Well, I'm back. I know I didn't do an update yesterday because I didn't really feel like it. But I'm back today doing an update. The main reason, though, I didn't do an update last night, or literally any time yesterday, because I thought there'd be a lot of changes. Like, I thought Gonzalo would be a hurricane. It's not a hurricane, it's a fail. So we'll just look at Hanna instead. We're not even going to talk about Gonzalo except look at like the tracks for it and like the satellite imagery, but that's all we're going to do. And over here we have Hanna, which actually could become a hurricane. And based on how much it's been strengthened and how it looks, which we'll look at that in just a second, I don't see why not. Now, there's also this area of interest over here off the coast of Africa with a 40% chance of development. That's pretty high chance. And it seems like this year, every medium chance has developed. Minus 92L, unofficially it didn't develop. But I personally think it was a subtropical depression for some time. Now, Douglas, I also thought would be stronger today. No, it's weakened. It was a Category 4 hurricane, 130 mile per hour winds, but now it's just a low end Category 3. And I don't know what took them so long, but there's finally hurricane watches in Hawaii. There should be tropical storm warnings. What's wrong with you, Central Pacific Hurricane Center? Now over here, we also have this area of interest in the Eastern Pacific, which ain't going to form. Now let's take a look at the models real quick. This is the GFS. Let's see what they do. They make Hanna a hurricane, looks like. It's pretty compact. And they kind of make Gonzalo, I think, a little bit stronger. But I think it holds 40 miles, 45, something around that. They don't really show that system developing. But the European and Icon model do actually have confidence in 92L. So you can see here, I'm pretty sure you already see that little ball right there. Now let's wait for the images to load in real quick. They also make Hanna really strong. But even though it goes inland, it still intensifies. Yeah, as you can see, it does make a hurricane form, not too far from now. Just imagine if we get the I-named storm in July. Just imagine. Now over here, we do have the Icon model, which also show this thing developing. I think I reached the end of the model. Let me go back. Okay, I'm not really interested in the Icon model right now. Here is 92L. You can see there's a lot of convection to do with it. And over here on the satellite imagery, we can actually see it looks pretty good. Not too much organization to it. Now over here on Hurricane Douglas, you can see that its eye is not doing too well. It did have a beautiful eye not too long ago. Now, let's look at Gonzalo. As you can see, it's looking horrible compared to yesterday. And over here, we have the models, where it's going to go. Now, I know this probably ain't going to happen, but there's what if it comes over here, redevelops in the Gulf of Mexico. Just imagine the warm waters in this area of the Gulf of Mexico. Just imagine what could come out of it. Now, we have Hanna right here. Now, I'm actually not on board with the National Hurricane Center. My estimates for this are 60 miles an hour. They have it at 50 still. But I still think this is at 60. You know why? Just look at how beautiful it looks. It has that clear... What in the world just happened there with the mouse? Let's try that again. What is going on? But anyway, you can't see the spiral to it. And it even looks like it's trying to form an eye right there. You know, like Gonzalo was doing but failed. Classic Gonzalo. Over here, we have, for Hanna, the model intensity guidance. And, like, 2 models should become a hurricane, but this, I believe, is out of date. But I'm not too sure about that. Now, over here, here's what I'm talking about. If Gonzalo does reform in the Gulf of Mexico, and if it goes like that, there's a lot of warm waters in its path. Like a Harvey 2.0, dying and then restarting in the Gulf. Now, I'm not saying it will be a Category 4 hurricane or anything. I'm just saying it could redevelop. Now, over here, we actually have the upper ocean heat content. And this is going to be the main part of the video. because a lot of people have been thinking all the storms have been weak, short-lived. Where's the hurricanes at? But just think, we have had no storms or hurricanes, which means there's really been nothing to disturb all this upper ocean heat content. And especially down here in the Caribbean. Just imagine in August, if we get a storm form right here, go through here, and just feed. I don't know why that happens. Let me try that one more time. I gotta get a mouse pad. Right here. It's going to feed on that. And what if it stalls? Just imagine if it stalls. It's just going to keep churning up that warm water. Because right there in that whites, that's almost a mile down. Like, that's really deep with a lot of warm water. Okay. Now also, we haven't had a hurricane yet. So all of this upper ocean heat content has been building, and building up. Now, this is looking to be similar to 2017. I'm pretty sure that when we get our first hurricane, it's going to start like a train. Same thing, what that happened in 2017. When the hurricane started, they started. So I don't really see why this can't have a similar lineup to 2017, especially all this upper ocean heat content. Oh, I think in 2017 also, the lines right here, let me go look at that real quick. I'm pretty sure I just gotta type in 17 right here, up in here in the link. Should pull up. Yeah, here we go. Here's what it looked like in 2017. A lot more upper ocean heat content now than there was. Now let's go look to 2011, another similar year, looking up to this. Even more! Sorry if I'm screaming a lot. I'll try to be more quiet. What about in 2008? Even more. What about 2010? I know this started off with a really active start, but look at this. Even more. Let's even compare it to 2005. Why not? I know this will be nothing like 2005 in terms of majors and hurricanes, but I know it's going to be similar in terms of named storms. But look at that. What about 2004? Let's compare it to that. Okay, that did not work. Let me go to 1998, I think it was. No, not 2098. Oh, whatever. It probably ain't gonna work. But anyway, I'd like to thank you for watching this far in. And this is the longest video I've done in a long time. And I'll probably follow up with another video tomorrow, depending on what happens. So, see y'all in the next update, and have a good rest of your day.